Hello and welcome to the latest channel update. Now I know I said back in May when we last spoke that I would do an update in June, maybe July. Here we are at the end of August, but I'm back. I have been busy reading lots of books and I assume you appreciate that more than me sitting here talking to you. So hopefully I dedicated my efforts to the right thing. What are these cups, you ask? Well, as you might be aware, this channel is not monetized on YouTube, but we do have a Buy Me a Coffee page, which has a link in all the videos. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to Mike and Gordon and Joshua, who've recently bought me some coffee. I only own 3 cups, but actually they bought me 3 cups and Joshua bought me 5 cups of coffee and Gordon bought me 3 cups of coffee. So it is very much appreciated. Buying books costs money, obviously, and so I know a lot of people ask for certain books. I look them up, they cost quite a lot. If you would like to donate to the channel and buy me a coffee, it would be much appreciated. As always, the link is in the description.
Shut up and get to the point!
For now though, where are we in the channel? Well, we've just reached the end of season 2 pretty much. If you're watching this at the end of August, Highlander is just wrapping up.
There can be only one!
We are nearly at 1.3 thousand subscribers, which is a great number. I know I always say it's just a number, but I do like to see it go up. So thanks to all of you who have subscribed or recommended the channel to others. We also have a view counter and we've just reached 500,000 total views. So that's just another great number to see tracking up. I just love this channel as a community of people who enjoy the books, the movies and everything else nostalgic that we dip into. So I just love seeing it grow. So it's great to have you with us. So the main thing then, what's coming up next? So at the moment then, Highlander is wrapping up. Next month, there was a recent poll and the poll results were, and as a result of that, Alien will be September's book. So we had the choice of Alien, Aliens or Alien 3. I think we all made the right choice. Well, not all, but the majority went for let's do Alien first. A confession from me. I love Aliens. You know, I'm a massive fan of Aliens, everything in that universe, everything in the Aliens and Predator crossover universe. I've probably only ever seen the Alien movie maybe 3 times in my entire life. And I haven't seen it for about 10 years.
What?
So when I get around to doing Aliens, which will probably be the next book in that trilogy, I know that book so well, I'm going to have to really do hard not to just do impressions of everybody all the time, as me and my friends often do. However, for Alien, I didn't know the film very well. So I approached this as I do with most books on this channel, assuming I hadn't seen the film and just reading whatever the author gave. This is a good book. It's well written. It's by Alan Dean Foster, who does loads of movie novelizations. Somehow this is the first one on the channel, but I do have others from him on the shelf, including The Thing, which I'd love to get round to soon. So that's a great book. There are some scenes, I think, in here that weren't in the film. I've spoken to Gordon, my expert on this, and he says, particularly at the end, there's some bits in here that became deleted scenes in the original Alien movie. So if you love Alien or just want to see where it all started, tune in September for that one. Now, you know by now, as much as I love Aliens and Predator and Terminator on the channel as well, I'll come back to that. I also love all movies that are like, cult movies from the 80s and 90s. So for October, back to movies, we have RoboCop. I know those of you that have been listening to Highlander have enjoyed that little trek back down memory lane. We'll be doing the same thing here with RoboCop. Again, this one's really interesting. I'm about a third of the way through reading it now. I'm trying to get ahead of myself during these summer holidays. And it has some scenes in there that definitely don't appear in the movie. I've seen RoboCop dozens of times, and there's some bits, certainly at the start, that aren't in the movie, and there's some lines that have changed. Again, my expert Gordon on this one told me about some casting that appeared late in the movie, so it looks like this was based off a more original script, and so some of the lines are changed, some of the characters aren't the same as they appear in the movie, but that should be a good read for October.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
If you're not a fan of movie novelizations, hopefully you haven't tuned out yet. And if you're going, where's my aliens? I'm here for the aliens. They're coming back. So I have 3 more Aliens books that aren't movies, that are those, extended universe books like Labyrinth, like Berserker, and like the recent Genocide. So the last poll we had on Aliens, I asked you which of the 4 books I had would you like to be read first. We picked Genocide, so hopefully you enjoyed that one. There are 3 left to go. So you've still got Alien Harvest to choose from, you've got Music of the Spears, and you've got Rogue. So in maybe about a week from now, because I want to get around to picking one, I will put a poll up, I'll leave it up for a couple of weeks, and then you can pick which of those 3 Aliens books you would like for our November book. So that's that.
You must choose. But choose wisely.
Finally then, and I've said it multiple times if you've been here long enough, for me, my holy trinity of 80s and 90s movies, certainly in sci-fi land, is Aliens, Predator, and of course, Terminator. This year for season 2, we brought Terminator in, we've got The Terminator, Terminator 2, and then I found out there are Terminator 2 spin-offs. So, we did the first book, Terminator 2 Infiltrator. I really enjoyed that. It effectively ignores everything after Terminator 2 and takes its own timeline forward. The only thing with it, and I'm not moaning because I love making these books, is it is a long book.
Stop whining.
Now, this isn't scientific, but the next book is just as long. So I'm a bit sad. I like thinking about planning and how long things take. And I actually looked at how long everything in season 1 was at the end of when it's made, right? So when you listen to it, how long is it? And side note, if you weren't aware, you can click on any of the playlists and at the end it will tell you how long it is to listen to. So generally, an Aliens book, 6.5, maybe 7 hours. Movie novelizations, 8 or 9 hours. This book is a 20-hour plus listen, which means it takes me something like 60 hours to make it.
Come on. Do it. Do it!
If you're interested, here is season 1. What you can see there is how long each book is to listen to and the total at the very bottom. However, here is season 2. And so in season 2, we went in a lot longer. There are longer books in there. Again, that T2 book stands out as the longest and is about the same as 2.5, 3 other books that I might record. But that has a lot more listening for you, which is great, right? So I really, really want to make Terminator 2 Rising Storm, and I will. And a massive thanks to those guys that have donated, because this is the book they really want to see. So I was planning for it much later in the season, but I'm going to try and work on it over Christmas and get it ready for January. So I'm hoping for January there'll be another Terminator, and then we'll get slightly smaller Future War done before the end of season 3. Then I was feeling a little bit sad because I was there going, well, that'll be the end of Terminator. But Joshua points out there is a Terminator 3, and just like T2 has spin-offs, there are T3 spin-offs as well. So don't worry, for those of you that love Terminator, the Terminator 2 that you want is coming. Terminator 3 and its spin-offs will appear down the line as well. We'll have a whole Terminator multiverse going on.
The attack began at 6:18 p.m., just as he said it would. Judgment Day. The day the human race was nearly destroyed by the weapons they built to protect themselves. I should have realized our destiny was never to stop Judgment Day. It was merely to survive it.
Okay, so to wrap up then, happy August, I guess, as August ends up. Alien for September, RoboCop for October, something in the Aliens universe for November. I'm not telling you what December is yet. That, I promise, will be the next update. And then hopefully T2 Rising Storm, if I can get it done, will be ready for the new actual year in January. But I'll let you know how that one's going with the next channel update in a couple of months. Thank you for being on the channel. Thank you to everybody who has donated coffee. I don't actually buy coffee without I buy books, but you get the idea, and I'll see you all before Christmas.